Live with my coffee again. So I'm live in two places. I'm live here and I'm live in the Music Tree Learning Community Facebook group, which is dedicated to the people that have purchased a course from me or that have participated in the past years to my live workshops and courses that could have been, in the music therapy school or around Italy or online. So in these years I've done many courses and I met a lot of people, and it's been a bit of a shame to lose the contact with them, especially in the last couple of years. So I have now created this community which is called Music Tree Learning Community, and there we meet twice a week and we do a live session on Monday, like this one, after an activity or after a game, and on Thursday we have a live Q&A. So if you have participated to one of my courses, if you have done an online course, if you have purchased it, then you can join this Facebook group. It's called Music Tree Learning Community, and there we have much more space to do Q&A, so proper lessons and proper mentoring sessions for people that want to connect on Zoom and have a lesson. So I'm just gonna sip my coffee and then we're starting the song. Yes? Okay, today the music seed, Monday music seed, is dedicated to a specific age, to 0 to 3 years old, and we're gonna learn the song together, and then we're gonna do also a bit of theory behind this type of songs. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Gordon's music learning theory a little bit. In total, the class is gonna last about 25-30 minutes, so it's not short, but you can learn hopefully something that you don't know yet. Okay, and if you have any questions, please just write your questions in the comment and I will respond. Okay, you can write in English, Italian, Spanish. I struggle a bit with Portuguese, but I can try. But these are the three languages I can understand, and I can answer in English or in other languages, okay? So, let's learn the song first of all. I'm gonna sing it once. I've composed it one day when I was here at home with Emma. I needed an upbeat song because she was a bit clingy and she just wanted to stay on me the whole time, and I wanted her to be a bit more independent. So I just started this song and it sounds like this. So Do major, C major. Right, so I can see that there is colors of Spanish there. You can connect to my group, Music Tree Learning Community, if you want to do a bit of work on this song, yeah? So, this is a very nice and simple song, and now we're gonna learn it in the way in which we teach songs according to music learning theory, when kids are already able to coordinate, hola, and they are a bit older, okay? So we teach it with holes in the song. I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna sing this song. Let me just move my camera, turn a little bit, yeah. Okay, so in this song, we start by singing it once, okay? I'll sing it all together again. And then I'm gonna start creating holes, rests. And in those holes, don't sing the song if you know it already, but just wait and hear what you have in your mind, what you have in your audiation, which is what Gordon's called about the musical thinking, which is connected with the body and the movement, okay? So in the holes, don't sing back, but just try to listen to your audiation, to what you have in your mind of this song, yeah, regarding this song. I'm just gonna move this camera a bit if I can, so should look, maybe it was better before. Okay, anyway. major song. So the context is pam 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 do mi sol la si fa mi re si do. This is a scale in do major, yes? Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pa param pa pam pa pararam pa param pa pam pa pa param pa pam pa pam param pa pam pa pararam pa param pa pam pa pararam pa param pam param pam param pa pam pa pararam pa param pam 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 pam. So there are reasons why I'm moving in this way, okay, like with a flow. Gordon's music learning theory is very developed and think a lot about the movement of a teacher. So that's why I'm not moving like this or dividing the beat, okay? There are reasons behind my type of movement. Now we're singing it again with some spaces here and there. Don't feel it, just listen to your audiation. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pam param pa pam pa pam pa pam pam param pa pam pa pa param pa pam pa pa param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pa param pa param param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pam param pam pam pam. That would have been a pam, the resting tone of his music. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pam param pa pam pa pam pa param pa pam pa pam param pa pam pa pam param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pa param pam param pam param pam 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 pam. So what I'm doing, I'm creating different spaces to check in our audiation if we have actually learned this song. So the activity, it works very well if you go back to the reel, you listen to the song 2 or 3 times, and then you watch the live again and try to see if in the holes you can actually remember in your audiation our song today, okay? Now, I'm gonna sing it another time and then I'm going to share with you the chords, okay? You find them also in the reel. Now, my suggestion is to try to see if you can find the meter of this music. Do, 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 so do, do. These are what we call macro beats in MLT. Do de, do de, and these are the micro beats. Do de, do de, do de, do de. So we have 2 micro beats per macro beats. In MLT, it means that we are in a duple meter song, okay? Dum, dum, dum. So what you can do when you're listening to this song now is that you do dum, dum, dum with your feet, okay? Dum, dum, dum. And with your hands, you can keep the microbeats on your body without making any sound. So we don't do body music, huh? It's not this, okay? In MLT, we don't work in this way, but actually we try to find a flow with our movement, okay? So the feet can move on the macrobeats, dum, 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 and you can try to find the microbeats by simply moving your hands gently on your body, okay? And these are duple, do, de, do, de, do, de, twice, yes? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So in MLT, this is called duple meter, usual duple meter. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pam. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pa. Param pa pam pa pa. Param pa pam pa pam. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pa. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pa. Param pa. Param pa. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pa. Param pam 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 pam. Very good. Now try to keep the body moving around in your room like I'm doing, okay? Because actually when you are teaching to children, technically, according to MLT, you're always in a movement, in a flow. We don't close the listening that we have created, okay? We don't close by stopping. The music is always going on and is always in the environment, okay? So children are like in a bubble of sound. So let's try now. When you're listening, you can either sing do, 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 or you can sing do de, do de, do de, do de, whatever you prefer. Ready? Ba-dum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba. Ba-dum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba. Ba-dum ba bum ba ba. Ba-dum ba bum ba bum. Ba-dum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba. Ba-dum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba. Ba-dum ba. Ba-dum ba. Ba-dum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba. Ba-dum bum 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 bum. Okay, this song is called TRICOLORE, okay? Three colors, kind of, three colors. Which in Italian, when we say tricolore, we're thinking about our flag, okay, which has three colors. And it's called TRICOLORE because when I was rehearsing it the other day, my partner was like, ooh, this reminds me like of a Vesuvian song or some folk song from Italy. So I was like, yeah, right, okay, should we call it Napolitan or Vesuvio? And I was like, no, if you call it Vesuvio, it reminds too much of a pizza. So we decided to call it TRICOLORE. Okay, so this param pam pam param param pam. This is a typical kind of melody from the south of Italy, really. It reminds a bit of that kind of folk music. Okay, so what are the chords? Really simple. Do, so, and fa. Always repeating this, okay? So, param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam pam do. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa sol. Param pa pam pa pa. Param pa pam pa pa. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa dom. Fa. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa dom. Sol. Param pa. Param. Do again. Fa. Param pa pam pa pam pa pam pa pam do, and then sol. Param pam 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 do. And if you want to close, sol do. Okay, so simple, very simple. Do, fa, sol. But the melody is quite complex, right? It's not like one of those children songs. I like not to use to be honest, this type of hi Bob. This type of words. I don't consider music children's music or adults music. Kids they can all listen to whatever type of music, right? And I knew it already studying Gordon's music learning theory, and now that I have my own daughter, I've seen her listening to all type of music, and now she can sing perfectly a melody from Mussorgsky or from a symphony of Mussorgsky or Beethoven quintet, and she's only 16 months old. So she's just been exposed to a rich musical environment, and that is what has created already in her a musical background which is rich, very rich. So that allows her to understand more complex music. So the idea is that MLT, Perfect Education, Beth Guti. How do I read your name? I don't know. Where are you from? Beth. I think Beth is your name, right? Anyway, when we sing, basically, or we expose children to this type of complex musical environment, their brain, okay, their audition is able. Oh, Brazil. Olá, tudo bem? The brain is really ready to understand more complex songs, okay? It's like when we talk to children, and if we speak a very fairly basic language to them, they will not be able to understand more complex sentences. So with music is the same. We have to expose them to complex, rich melodies, so they are able to understand more complex music, right? It's like people that listen to only popular music, and then they try to follow perhaps a symphony or a Debussy quartet or a Brahms quartet. Well, that's complicated. It's too long, a lot of melody lines going on, very complicated polyphony, right? So the brain goes like, I can't understand anything. It's like listening to a language that you have never listened before. It doesn't make any sense to you, right? There is no meaning in what you're listening. And that's exactly what happened with music. If we sing only children's song, which means fairly simple melodies with fairly simple rhythm, then whenever children are exposed to a more complex music, they either get bored, get frustrated, and don't really understand why they should listen to that. So I'm not saying, of course, to put a 16-month-old baby in front of a radio and just, make them listening to classical music, Mahler, and something super complicated. No, it's not that. But with some strategies, which Gordon has, exposed very well in his Gordon's music learning theory, if we follow those strategies, we can really help children to understand music better, and then one day potentially enjoy, actually not one day, already enjoy whatever type of music, yeah? Okay, having said that, that's why I chose to share with you my teacher, Nadia Lopez. Nice, very nice, in Brazil, great. Yes, so she teaches Amatia, of course, I know her by name. So the idea to share a Pam Pam song with you today was exactly this, to try to open up the dialogue about this idea of children's song versus music. and I chose a fairly simple melody, but children are not able to repeat it, of course. They just need to listen to it. We don't ask children that are too young to repeat a song like this, okay? It's just so they are exposed to it. It's like when babies are in the house 24 hours a day and they are listening to people speaking, their parents speaking, the nanny or the family, the carers, everybody is speaking, and they are exposed to the complexity of a language, right? So in that way, they have been able to try to reproduce some words. That's what we do with MLT. We ask only to listen, okay? So they listen to music, and then little by little, they are encouraged to repeat and create their own little patterns. And by constructing these patterns, then they're going to be able to construct a full sentence in music, okay? So we sing Pam Pam songs because of the reasons that I showed you in the reel, yes? So children are able to listen to them and potentially start repeating some sounds. Pam Pams are very simple sounds to repeat. Not the first that children can make, okay? Because probably the first sounds that babies make are like girl, 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 okay? Sounds like that. And then some of them might have some consonants before others, but generally pam, 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 pam are very, very simple to repeat and to produce from when they are like 10 months old, even younger. And then they start just creating their own songs or repeating songs that they have listened, okay? So at the moment, my baby can sing something that is like this. Pam, 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 padam, padam, padam. Pam, 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 padam, padam, padam. So she can sing a song like that now. And she can sing, she sings to communicate really, because she cannot speak yet. She's bilingual, so she's a bit slower with the words, but she's very fast with music. So she's singing melodies to tell us what she wants to do, because we have different songs for different places or for different situations of a day. And she associates them to the melodies, and she sings the melodies to tell us, I want to go to the park, or it's time to eat some food, or it's time to have a bath. Okay, so it's incredible. I didn't imagine that this would have happened, but she has really associated one music to one place, and she is now able to sing it back And I think that that's because she's really been, you know, exposed to a lot of sounds, were just pam pam sounds and complex melodies. And of course we listen also to music at home, but not too much. In general, we just sing more than what we listen to. Okay, I'm just gonna have a little bit of coffee now. Okay, having said that, another reason that is super important for Pam Pam songs is that when they're listening to Pam Pam songs, they don't focus on the melody, on the lyrics, right? So first of all, their attention goes to melody and rhythm, which are the musical elements and of our songs. And as music teachers, our goal should be the musical development, right? Musical development, musicality learning, really. So we can of course choose to have different goals. We can be teachers that instead of having as a goal music, we can have language, or we can have social skills or emotions, feelings. We can choose different goals in our sessions. But if our primary goal is actually the development of musicality, well, then singing Pam Pam song is a very great tool, because children are listening just to the melody, just to the rhythm, and they can also project what they want into the music that they're listening to, okay? So we're not talking about ducks or monkeys or whatever, or dinosaurs, but children can use their imagination and their creativity and decide to perhaps to have an image in their mind when they listen to one song, okay? Because there is no meaning in that. So that for me is great, because during the classes sometimes children come up with great ideas, and then we change the title of a song perhaps because one group decided that song reminds them of something, and another group says that it reminds them of something else, okay? So that gives them a lot of possibility to create really what they want and enjoy music in the way they prefer. Okay. Do you have any questions, guys? I will be very happy to answer if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will say goodbye to you, and I am going to move to the other group. So I'm going to continue my live in the music tree learning community, where I am going to do some patterns. So we're going to learn some patterns there. I'm not sharing with you the patterns because probably you haven't done a course of MLT, so it's very complicated to explain to you why now I'm just gonna jump and sing patterns. But in the group instead there is people that have studied with me, and therefore I'm going to do a bit of a lesson about the patterns, and which are a super important aspects of the lessons according to MLT. Okay, guys, so if you have bought one of my courses or participated to one of my courses in Italy or in the other parts of the world, you can connect now to the Music Tree Learning community and do some patterns with me. Yeah? Okay? So, it's done for the week. Our music seed is finished. We are going to see each other next week with a song for older children that is not only related to MLT, but actually goes more into body music for children, okay? So this is another song that I've composed with my partner, and that I use with my students after I have done perhaps the 25-30 minutes of MLT in my classes. Then I moved on to something else, okay? So thank you so much. Finished unfortunately, but the live is going to be recorded, so see you soon. Bye bye, see you next Monday.